For today's video, we're going to be doing a quick how-to on something that looks way harder than it actually is, but it's really easy, and that is copper pipe curtain rods. Now, I'm obsessed with copper, and I tried for ages to find copper curtain rods that I liked for this house when I first moved in, and I didn't really have any luck finding any in the right sizes and in my style and everything, but I did find a picture showing curtain rods that had been made with copper pipe from Lowe's. So I decided to give it a try myself, and it worked out great, so I thought today I'd do a how-to as I'm getting ready to put up some more of these in another section of the house. So all you're going to need is some copper pipe. This is 3/4 inch pipe. Got that at Lowe's. You'll need a hacksaw, some sort of small file, which is mostly optional, but it's great for smoothing out the edges of the pipe after you've cut it, just to keep any metal shavings down. 2 copper bell hangers. These are further down the same section as the copper pipe in Lowe's. Just make sure that you do get one that has the screw still in it, because a lot of times in the rack the screws will have fallen out where different people have gone in it. And this is again for 3/4 inch. You will also need 2 3/4 inch pipe caps. Again, make sure you get the right size, because these are generally mixed in with different sizes, and these will be in the same place as the copper bells. These are going to be what you use to attach it to the wall. So for a set for one standard size window, each copper bell hanger is $1.57. Each copper cap is $1.36, so that'll be just under $6 for enough of these for one window. I got enough to do a couple different windows while I was at it, so but that's $1.57 per hanger, $1.36 per cap, and then I got 10 foot of copper pipe because I wanted to do several windows. But you could do 3 standard size windows out of 10 foot, and that was $16.49. So you'll be looking at just a little over $5 per window if you buy a 10 foot section, although keep in mind it is less expensive per foot if you buy the longer lengths. If you only need enough for one small window, then you're not going to need a 10 foot length, and you will pay a little bit more per foot. You will also need a screwdriver, a basic Phillips head screwdriver to attach the copper bell to the wall. And I will go ahead and grab one of those, and we'll get started installing them. Now the first step is going to be extremely easy. Once you've already cut your pipe down to size with the hacksaw, I like to leave it about 2.5 to 3 inches wider on each side than the window. So you'll generally want to start just with a small groove all the way around. Take your time so that you don't have the hacksaw slipping back and forth, but it is easy enough to cut with it. Just cut it through to your desired length, and then you can take a small file of some sort and just use it to smooth the edges about here. Another thing to keep in mind, since this is actual copper pipe, the more you handle it, the more it will tarnish. I personally like the aged look, so I'm fine with handling it with my bare hands a lot, because it's going to get that aged look a lot faster. You can see where it's tarnishing some in places already, but if you like to have the nice clean new copper look, then I do suggest wearing gloves or washing your hands constantly in between handling the pipe, because any amount of handling it will start to tarnish the pipe. So once you've cut it down to size, you're going to go ahead and take one of your caps. See, that's how much brighter the new copper is before it's handled. You can see the difference already. So you'll take your cap and you'll just pop it on the end of your rod. One side done, and you'll repeat on the other side. Alright, so your curtain rod is ready at this point. All you have to do now is hang it. And for that, you're going to take your bell hanger. Go ahead and take the paper off of it. You're going to take your screwdriver and unscrew this part from it here. And you don't have to completely open this end. You'll see that one end is like a hook and the other side is an actual hole. You only have to really unscrew the side where the hook is, and unscrew the side just enough that you can spin it around. It doesn't have to be off completely. Then you'll want to go ahead and take a little tip off your screw It has a protective rubber cap. And then go ahead and prep your other hanger while you're at it. And you're ready to go ahead and attach your hanging hardware to the wall. Alright, so we have the hardware mounted now. You want to, on each side of the window, put one of the bell hangers screwed into the wall with that side facing up and down. One thing to keep in mind about this kind of curtain rod, if you are using regular sleeve fitting curtains, you're going to want to put these over to the side because you won't be able to close this over the curtain itself. I'm using curtains that tie on, so here and there on the rod, so it doesn't really matter to me where these are placed. But if you have sleeve curtains, you're going to want to bump these a bit further over from the window itself. But anyway, so those are just screwed in, and you're going to go and grab your rod, which I have down here. And rest. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. As soon as I get one side, it'll be easier to show. Alright, so you're gonna rest the rod in here and then pull that up and over. And once it's in there, you're just gonna loosen the screw enough that you can slide this back over the screw and then tighten it on, and you're done. And that's all there is to it. Once it's screwed in, it's good to go. You can just throw your curtain on, and whenever you want to take it down, just unscrew that top screw enough that you can pull this down and around, remove your rod. Also, one thing to keep in mind, if you are doing this for a set of double windows or an extra long window, you will want to go ahead and get a third bell hanger to put in the center to support it, just because this is an actual good sized curtain rod. It's not super heavy, but if you get it that long, you're going to want some extra support in the middle. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, if I forgot to mention some major vital step that you saw I did but didn't mention, feel free to comment below, let me know. And I'll be back next time with probably another how-to video, maybe something different, we'll see. Bye guys.